welcome back to my channel. Those of you who subscribe and those of you who are new, welcome to my channel for the first time. So today we're going to be discussing how to refresh box braids. So I've had these braids and I did them, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, and I transitioned out of a natural hairstyle which I had, and I actually posted about it I think 2 videos ago, and I transitioned from that to the box braids because I needed something that was super low maintenance that I could just, you know, get up and go with. So that's where we're at. We're 3 weeks in. It's starting to look a little frizzy. You can't see the parts as defined as they were. So we're just going to spice it up a little bit because we have a whole weekend and week of stuff that needs to be done. And I'm like, I just don't have time to be walking around with a whole frizzy, you know, bird's nest roots right now. I need it to get together. All right, so I'm going to go through how we're going to get together and fix our fuzzy roots. All right, so I'm gonna start off with mousse, just this nice curl mousse, super hold enriched with argan oil mousse. All right, so I've had this for a while. It's probably not gonna poof like how it normally is supposed to, but it might run down just a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Because sometimes it acts a little funny. So we have a nice amount of mousse in the palm of my hand. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go through and kind of saturate it from roots to almost the purple. Just getting it throughout my head. Gonna grab some more, just like that. We're gonna let it poof up a little bit. It's a little bit watery. I'm gonna get the other side. Just kind of distribute it just a bit. Now, my goal here is making sure it's enough moisture on here because I'm gonna add a little bit of gel and I'm gonna need it to, you know, at least have some kind of moisture to stick to it. So I don't need a lot, just a little bit. Saturating it throughout my braids. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right, next up, our gots to be. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit to my palm. I don't need a lot of this because you know this is strong enough to glue on wigs and we don't need that here. So I've got to be that I'm distributing on my hands, and I'm gonna go through my braids on the right and the left and kind of go through. And I'm gonna lightly pull on them just a little bit to saturate all of them with the gots to be. Again, I only need this hairstyle to last me maybe another week and 2 days, just past next weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and then I can officially take them out. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of gots to be because I want to tame any little bit of frizz that I have. So I have a small little dot here, and I'm gonna go through and add just a little bit more, just a little bit. Distributing it through my braids. Oh, I got hooked on my piercing. I'm gonna go all the way down. Kind of massaging in a little bit of mousse that I have poking out through here. Here we go. All right, so we got our mousse out the way, our gots to be out the way. Next, we're gonna go in and we are going to, I'm gonna actually get the rest of this mousse off of my fingers. Let's go ahead and get that in there. We're gonna go in and we are going to twist the roots of my hair. So where all the new growth is, tongue twisted. Where we have all of our new growth is pretty much where we're going to twist from the roots. So I'm not gonna do my whole head. I'm actually looking for my hair tie. I'm not gonna do my whole head. I'm just gonna do the front half, because that's the area that we need. So I'm gonna put my hair up into a ponytail, and then the hair tie broke. So we're gonna go ahead and get another hair tie, and then we're gonna put it back into a ponytail. So I'm back with 2 hair ties, plan A and plan B. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it back on out the way. And again, I'm not focusing on my whole head. I kind of wanna focus on like the front half of my hair, because I'll probably put it back up into a ponytail, like a high ponytail. All right, so let's start with the sides. I'm gonna pull it up and over, and I'll do the front half. So we'll see this area right here, and a product I'm gonna use will be this lock-in pomade but it's braid formula. So I actually purchased this for my son's hair because he has locks, and this thing, it does what it does. It's so good. So this is my new favorite hair product to use for his locks. And it has a very thick, like, gel consistency. It's very bouncy. It is clear. And it smells so it smells so good. It smells really good. My daughter and I were in the hair store, and I'm like, that was the selling point for us. Once we saw everything that it does, and we went through all of it, and we were like, oh my God, this smells so good. All right, so I have a little bit on my edges. There we go. I'm gonna make sure I can see on camera, kind of distributing it throughout the initial portion of my roots, that little area right there. And I'm not getting my edges because I'm gonna swoop these down with a little Gots to Be gel. So I'm just gonna twist, just like that. So we have a nice little twist coming from the roots. And look, that already looks really good. And what I'm gonna do is take one of my little handy dandy clips. I think these are like duck bills or something like this. I don't know what it's called. All I know is I bought like maybe 100 of these when I first started doing my son's locks, and we're down to, all right, we're actually not doing so bad. We have maybe like 50 left. And I'm gonna use this to kind of clip it back for a moment so that I have enough and I can clip in that area. But look, the first one, it twists and it looks good. It looks good. So we have the first one out, and then I'm gonna go in for the second one. Actually, I'm gonna twist this up and over like that. And then I'm gonna go in for the second one, which is right next to it. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and I really don't need a lot of this gel. Just going through the roots and twisting. I'm making sure I'm twisting in the same direction. So we're twisting it forward. I'm gonna let this one down. I'm gonna keep the twisted version. I'm gonna do a quick, short 2-strand twist, and then I'll clip it just like that. There we go. And I'll keep it just like that. So we have our first two set. We're gonna go on for the next one. I did these box braids, so initially they looked a lot better, but that's okay because they're definitely very frizzy now. Going through the next one, right at the top of my head, adding our gel, twisting towards the front of the head, and I'm gonna include this in this clip that we already have down here. So we have 3 in that same one. Going in for the one right next to it. I'm gonna do the exact same thing going around, adding a little bit of it at the base of the square where we have our braid. So just pretty much all the new growth. I'm gonna twist it down and around. And boom, click it right into it. And I'm gonna keep on going. Now, my goal is to get this done in less than 30 minutes to show that you can do it quickly and it doesn't have to be a whole like all day project. Or you can start on it, and then while you're doing stuff throughout your home or throughout the day, you could kind of leave the clips in and it doesn't have to stay in all day, seriously. But once you're doing stuff throughout your home or whatever the case may be, you can always take them out later, because I'm gonna leave these in for a little bit while I get stuff done around the house. So I'm twisting again, the next row, and I'm gonna clip it with a different clip. So you can see immediately, like you can now see the parts separate from the other ones. And I actually have an oil, but I think before I'm done, I'm gonna put the oil on and go through. But we are done like the first front half of the head. And this is what we're looking like. And then we're gonna move forward and do the opposite side, right? I got my little oil, Naturally Unique Lock Oil. Again, something I use for my son. I'm gonna go through and oil in between the parts. I'm gonna do it for the back too. And this is another one, it smells really good. Just going from the bottom to the top, making sure I don't add too much because it will definitely be in the drip. Awesome. Get that in my scalp. And then on to the next portion. So let me see where I put my other hair tie. See, it's starting to leak forward. So I'm gonna actually pull these back. So I'm gonna pull it all back, and that way we can see as we go along. So we wanna get the other half of our head as well. All right, so while this is setting, I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to just kind of like sit in here because I'm gonna be around the house getting stuff done. I just wanna get this out of the front of my face. So I'm literally gonna tie it like in a knot. And I'm gonna do my edges with, of course, the edge brush and the Gots to Be Glued. So just using my brush, little bristle side. I'm gonna brush in a little bit of this Gots to Be Glue. And I'm brushing down towards my face. And it's however you prefer to do your edges, to be honest. Because I know everyone does them, you know, a little bit different. I'm gonna swoop this out and around, just like that. I don't need them to be glued to my face, just something, you know, simple and cute. And I'm gonna pull it into that braid right there. And then the little portion down here is gonna come out and forward. Let's see, and give it a little curve, just like that. We're gonna do the same thing for the opposite side. Gotta get my little handy mirror ready. Awesome. Get a little bit more of this jello in here. Swipe it right down the sides. Feels like there's so much more on this side. Of course, I want to bring it down and around. I'm going to use the teeth part now. Nope, I got to move this clip because this clip is really interfering. And sometimes you really have to play with it. Like you really have to genuinely play with your edge here to get it to the point that you like. So the bottom is a little bit easier to do. To kind of get that out the way for me now. I'm gonna come down and around. And then this, I'm just gonna swoop around into the braid that we have over here, even though it's kind of covering. I wanna make sure it doesn't bunch up. I'm gonna take my time. And then I'm gonna use the back of the bristles to like smooth it out. And I wanna smooth that back too. Just a little bit. All right, I'm pleased. So I'm gonna go ahead and go throughout my daily routine for the next like 30 minutes, hour to get some stuff done around the house. I'm gonna let this sit in here for a bit, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna take it out, and I'll probably style it from there. But let me go get some stuff done, and then we're gonna take this out and see how this little refreshed look comes out. All right, so I've spent maybe 30 minutes, just like 30 minutes doing stuff just so I can, you know, wait for this to dry a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this down now. I'm gonna take all of these clips. Hit my earring. A piercing. Ooh. Taking a moment to take out all the clips. So this is what we're looking at. This is how my roots now look. And again, it's a little bit frizzy in the back, but like I said, oh wait, I missed the clip. But like I said, I'm probably not gonna have anything with the back that's pretty much showing. The sides. I should have did a before and after one. Here we go. I'll probably tidy that up just a little bit. Put our nice little before and after. And it looks nice and refreshed. And it would just be doing the front half in a ponytail. And this would pretty much be our little refreshed look for our braids, our box braids on the right and on the left. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.